can't imagine dealing with this, and why the difficult process of bringing this to the big screen. How much were you involved in telling the story on film and working with Scott here?
My role on the film was I was a police advisor, and that's what I stuck to. I didn't deal with anything else. He would never let me. If I say, Scott, I want to say something, no, not right now, and that would be it. And if I wanted to say something to him, he'd say, yeah, and then he'd listen. So I know Scott since 2003, so it's not like we're strangers. I mean, he practically lived in my house for 4 days. So, you know, it was great being there, but in the same vein, I wanted to see the movie without seeing it at all. But, you know, I had a job, and that's what I did.
No, Scott, with you tend to gravitate towards exorcism films, obviously, with Emily Rose and this. What is it about that particular genre?
I mean, I think that the first thing that comes to mind is that they're real. You know, there's not a lot of things in movies, in horror films, that you can just say as a matter of fact, this really happens in the world. There aren't really zombies, there aren't really vampires, but there are exorcisms that happens frequently. It's a real phenomenon out in the world, and I think that if you can get past the bad TV evangelist versions of it and the exploitation versions of it, and get into credible cases, you know, and serious cases that intelligent people and serious priests have taken seriously, the kinds of things that Ralph has been involved with and the tapes that I've seen of those, it's harrowing. It's a kind of human suffering, and there's a kind of mystery in it that you don't encounter in anything else I've seen in the real world. So I think it's the connection of it to the real world that is most compelling to me.